Hey, have that hope community. Here's Leith Longino once again with another installment. Just doing a remake this time, guys. I'm doing a remake on my What is a Man and the Makes What Makes a Man uh, recording that I did because a lot of people said that they couldn't hear. The sound was going in and out, and I definitely don't want to, if anything, I want to be understood. So definitely, guys, I want to talk to you today about what it takes to be a man nowadays, any days, really. I don't think necessarily this gets defined by men in order for men to hear it and becoming men. Definitely. So getting right into it, guys. My definition is four key points: being responsible, being accountable, trustworthy, and logical. Okay, these are the four facets of a man. All right, I'm gonna break down each one for you. We're gonna give examples, definitely. So please write them down if you must, but please take it for how you take it. And please understand, this is my opinion, and I'm not trying to offend anyone with what I say with my words. This is what I speak of from my life experiences and what I see from other things. I definitely don't attribute people to try to be something they aren't. I definitely just want a person to be. Like the great quote, the great poet, Ralph Emerson said, the only person you are destined to become is the person you decide to be. So take this as you may, take it, the pieces out and use what you can. All right. First one, being responsible. A man must first prove to himself he can be counted upon to do what he says he will do. Take care of your things, no matter how cheap it is. It's yours. It's a reflection of who you are and your becoming. See, guys, the smallest things that we treat are examples of who we are as men. The things that we treat, how we treat our things, how we treat our materials, how we treat the people in our lives. This shows how we treat ourselves. This shows true manhood. Men take on responsibility. It's a choice nowadays. Back in the day, men had to be responsible, right? An animal comes up, an intruder or something like that, you had to fend off the family. There was no choice in that. Manhood was definitely responsible. But nowadays, there are more choices for men to be men nowadays. So we have to take our opportunities to being responsible over the things that we choose to be responsible over, and understand, guys, that this is a reflection of who you are and how you take care of those things, right? So number two, accountability. We all know about this, right? That's so tough. It's tough. With my definition, being the same person day in and day out. Do not allow the world to dictate, manipulate who you are. Do not sell out to fit in. Be genuinely, amazingly you. Someone will see that greatness. One thing I've always said and I've always believed, guys, is that there is people in this life that are just alike. That's one thing I didn't realize. People, like one thing, don't like another, guys. Our job isn't to try to fit in. Our job is to make a way. Because us being genuinely who we are and not afraid and being accountable for who we are, and definitely being self-aware. We got to be self-aware, guys. If you're an asshole, you got to understand, you got to accept that. Hey, if you take it as it is. But to have friends, you have to be a friend. Another quote from Emerson, pretty much. But being accountable, guys, you have to take charge, just like with responsibility. You have to take charge, you have to take accountability. We love taking accountability when something's good. We love being counted up. We love being counted for doing something. Credit for things. We want good credit. But we're not so quick to step up when the bad things happen, guys, to really just suck it up and just say, hey, that's my fault. I messed up, I made a decision, but I'm going to move forward and be better. It's always best, guys. Being accountable is always better than making excuses. I can guarantee you that. You know, a person will always respect you if you start off with, that's my fault. That's on me. Rather than, it was someone else's, or this is what happened, you know, this, that, and the other. No one wants to hear that, guys. Even if your excuses are valid. And I truly believe everyone has valid excuses for whatever reason, for anything. But accountability must be taken first for a man. Guaranteed, guys. Guaranteed. So, number 3, let's get through these. Trustworthy. Don't be afraid to take or give chances. People deserve an opportunity to prove to you what and who they're about. Learn to trust yourself. Then you can learn to lend trust to others, guys. But remember, they are human and flawed and make mistakes, just like you. And what I mean by that, guys, when I say learn to trust yourself, then you can learn to trust others, is that if you understand and know what you believe, and you know how you should be treated, and you know what you deserve, when you come into bounds with something, you will know when to pull that trust back. Because if you're accountable to who you are, you're responsible for what you take care of, that will make you trustworthy to yourself. And once you are able to become trustworthy to yourself, you're able to lend that trust out, right? Because if you know how you act, you know who you are in every situation, boom, I know I'm boom, 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 I'm going to be that person knocked down, I'm going to get the job done. Or man, I'm going to be the person who's going to need a break. I'll be the person who's need to take a step back sometimes. You know yourself, trust yourself. Allow others to trust you. Allowing yourself to trust others, guys. It does not hurt you. It actually gives them a chance to prove they're trustworthy to you. Okay? So let's move on to number 4. Last one. Being logical. Of course, definitely. Think before you speak. I've always heard you should always follow 3 principles when talking with someone. You should listen, you should think, then you should speak. You know? Generally, you want to think twice. Think before you speak. Be thoughtful in your words. Speak your truth. It's okay to not be okay, but think through your emotions and have a conscious reaction. That can be tough. It can be tough. And I always say, guys, the things I talk about are practices. These aren't things you just pop up and boom, you're doing it. Definitely with the emotion part. You got to have a conscious reaction. You want to be able to think through the emotion, right? Life is 10% what happens and 90% how you react to it, guys. Any situation you can tie this to. If you're trying to make decisions in an emotional state, I can guarantee you 90% of the time you're going to be wrong. Never make a permanent decision on a temporary problem. Never do that. Never do that. You'll always see the bad consequences of that decision every time. Every time, guys. So understand, as men, I know, hey, me myself, I was raised, primarily by women. We can be, have our emotions get a little riled up, feel like we need to be heard, feel like we, want to vent, you know. But we have to understand, guys, we are men, and men, we're seen differently when we vent. We're seen differently. We're not being understood. If anything, people just see that anger. People see that frustration. People see your complaints. They do not see a man. Okay? So we want to understand, guys. So practice these 4 principles, please, with me. Being responsible, being accountable, being trustworthy, and being logical. It can be difficult. It can be a task, but I can guarantee you, if you tackle each principle one day at a time, trying to attach something in your life that you can attribute and work this at, whether it be career, whether it be relationship, whether it be finances, whether it be how you treat yourself. Definitely being responsible, accountable, trustworthy, and logical to yourself. That's where you can start, right there. So understand, guys, have that hope, community, please. Understand with me, being a man is definitely difficult. It's more than just being, guys. It's more than just breathing. It is a daily portrayal and a daily task that you must be willing to take the reins on. Because if you don't, what is the opposite? What else do you have to pick from, guys? But a mediocre lifestyle. Because everything, I can guarantee you, everything that good that will come from you will come from your manly qualities. Anything that you desire in your life, you can ascribe these 4 principles to, guys. And I can guarantee you it will grow you. So next time, guys, we're going to talk about being masculine. I'm going to be touching on that and how a man can be more masculine in today's society, guys, which can definitely be a task as well, because masculine men isn't necessarily seen as I would say, good thing. So next time, guys, have that hope, community. Hey, please like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you next time in that next installment. Peace, guys.